please take this serious. And you know, again, not that y'all are not taking this serious, but I just want y'all to understand that nobody's invincible to this. Nobody's invincible to this. This thing, this virus is no joke. This is unlike anything I've ever experienced in my life. How y'all doing? It's been a long time. It's your boy B coming back at you.
It's your girl Destiny. We are back with another video.
Guys, we have been in hiatus for the last couple weeks. Reason for being is the corona hit your boy. They got me. So 2 Fridays ago, I started feeling bad, man. Like I had like a headache, and it was one of them long lasting headaches. It went on for like 2 days, and normally I don't get headaches for 2 days. You know what I'm saying? I really hardly ever get sick. I'm not a guy that gets sick a lot or goes to the doctor a lot. So it's kind of crazy to me. So, you know, I was taking like, I thought it was one of them sinus headaches, because it would be like when I would move my eyes from side to side, that's when it started hurting. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, it's just a sinus headache. I just take some sinus medicine. I'm good. That was Friday, 2 Fridays ago. That Sunday, then I started getting chills. I was like, man, this is weird, man. Why do I have chills? And then first thing I thought of was, whenever you have chills, normally that's associated with the flu, you know? So, all right, I'm like, all right, well, let me get some Tylenol, cold and flu. Let me take some of that. And then I started getting a fever, man. And so all these symptoms, it was literally like a new symptom was coming on each and every day. And so finally I went to the ER. I told them what was going on. And they was like, well, yeah, I was like, is there any way I can get tested? The only way you get tested is if your vitals are not good, like if your oxygen levels are low, if your fever is like 103, blood pressure is not where it needs to be. Basically, they said that because my vitals were where they needed to be, that I just keep taking medicine. They just basically sent me back home. So finally, then I started getting new symptoms. Now, you know, I was feeling a little nauseated. I had body aches that I rarely experience. And then also like my throat started to hurt a little bit. So I was like, nah, this is something going on. So finally I went back to the ER, and before I went back to the ER, basically I talked to my primary care physician, and they actually sent me an order to get tested. So I went and got tested. And by the way, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, it's one of the most uncomfortable things ever. When people say that they stick that thing all the way in your nose, it goes all the way up your nose. I mean, it's basically touching your brain.
It's like a big, long Q-tip. It's just like you getting tested for the flu, if you ever been tested.
And not only do they stick it all up, and they swab. So you got to feel it for about 3 or 4 seconds before she pulled the stupid thing out. I was like, all right, you only doing one nostril? She's like, no, I got to do both of them. I'm like, dang, all right, get it over with. So she made me sit on my hands, and she swabbed me up both nostrils. It was the most painful, uncomfortable thing I'd ever felt in my life. So finally, so I did this, and I went back to the ER because I wasn't getting no better. I finally actually checked into the hospital, and they did some blood work. They did another corona test at the hospital, and they gave me a liquid IV, and some antibiotics. So I ended up spending one night in the hospital.
Y'all, he's telling the story like it was just easy. But let me tell you, like, I was freaking distraught, okay? He was not eating, which is very unusual.
Apple pie was dead.
He had a fever over 101 on multiple occasions. Like, I literally did not get any sleep those nights because I was afraid he was gonna freaking, like, have a seizure or something because his freaking fever was too high. So I would literally have to wake up. Or like I was barely sleeping. Like I literally just checked him all throughout the night. Some nights like he would just be drenched in sweat. And I'm like, B, get up, get up. Like get up right now, drink this water, take these Tylenol. And it was just awful. It was the worst experience ever. Like I'm pretty sure I cried every single night. And I was just praying because I was just like, I don't know how his body is gonna react. Like literally they say, you know, it takes anybody out, but I was just thinking like I don't even know, at this time we didn't even know he had it.
Oh.
And his primary care physician was just like, oh, let's do a video visit, and that way I can see, assess you over the phone or something. I'm just like, dude, like, he does not get sick a lot.
Yeah.
Can you please do something? Like, actually say, like, this phone thing is not working. I'm literally going through these symptoms, and we're telling you what's going on, and you're just like, okay, $25 copay. Like, what?
Yeah.
So it was terrible, y'all. Like, it was the worst thing ever. Like, he works out literally like 4 to 5 times a week. So it's literally, it does not discriminate. It doesn't matter. It doesn't care who you are, how healthy you are.
Anybody can get it. Anybody can get
it, yo.
And my thing is this, like, I knew it was serious. I knew the situation. I knew how serious the situation is. I didn't take this lightly at all. But when it hit home, it was a whole different type of ball game. Cause it's like, bro, I'm gonna I'm gonna get this. Somebody who's hardly sick, who's, you know what I'm saying, been doing everything they've been supposed to been doing, and I'm gonna get this. I was highly upset. So
it was awful.
Yeah. So long story short, I'm better now. There's a lot of things that I've been doing. Like, literally, I've been doing everything that I've been asked to do. And I'm gonna give y'all a couple things that I've been doing here in a minute, but I just want to tell y'all before I go there, please take this serious. And again, not that y'all are not taking this serious, but I just want y'all to understand that nobody's invincible to this. Nobody's invincible to this. This thing, this virus is no joke. This is unlike anything I've ever experienced in my life. I don't hardly get sick, but I've had the flu before. This is way worse than the flu. This is a totally different situation. At least with the flu, it's like a day or two and I'm back normal. My immune system is strong enough to, just really kill the flu quickly. This right here, it goes away when it's ready to go away. You can be taking all the medications, you can be drinking all the fluids. When the corona wants to go away, that's when it's gonna go away, and that's just the honest to God truth. Now, luckily for me, and shout out to everybody who's prayed for me. I didn't tell a lot of people. I told close people because I just didn't want to tell a lot of people what was going on. So for all the people that prayed for me and was sitting up just sad about the situation, I really appreciate y'all's support, appreciate y'all's prayers, man.
I thought he was out of there, y'all. Like, yeah. I was like, no. Like, I'm like making light of the situation now, but oh my God. Yeah. It was the most stressful thing ever. Like, thank God for my mom. My mom's a respiratory therapist, so of course she was walking me through like every single step. His mom, his just people all around. Like, he has the best friends ever. Like, every day somebody was checking on him, praying for him, praying with me for him. Like, it's just crazy, like, how much support he has. And that's what's big in this. You guys, if you're watching this video and you have tested positive, you can get through it. But I'm gonna tell you one thing, it's about your relationship with God. Mm-hmm. You have got to pray. I have prayed harder than I prayed for in a long time. We'll just say that. Like, I don't think it was, I just literally was praying. Like, every time I would look at him, I was just like, oh my God, this is terrible. And then he got, when he finally did, because the ER, there's nothing they can really do. So they were just prescribing him like, like Tylenol, antibiotics and stuff like that. But we kept going back because he was freaking me out. Like, I couldn't control the fevers. Yeah. And he was just down. Like, he was not the same person. Even now, like, he's still, like, he's getting there, but just trying to, like, get that strength and get his energy back up. But the ER, they just send you home. Yeah. And that's another thing. Like, if you guys are experiencing symptoms, go back to the ER no matter how many times
if they send you home, you need to go back to them and be like, look, I have shortness of breath, my fever is high, like, I need to be admitted, or y'all need to draw my blood or something. It took me 3 times to go to the ER to finally get admitted.
3 times? And that was because the pneumonia, that they finally did a chest x-ray, and then he had pneumonia in both lungs. Yeah. The 3rd time. Yeah. Like, literally, it took 3 times for us to go to that hospital. Yeah. For them to do something about it. And it's not like you know, I was very upset at first because I felt like nobody was really doing nothing. Like nobody was listening to what I was saying, what he was saying. But if it doesn't matter, whatever symptoms you are, if you can't handle it at home, you know, they tell you to stay at home, fight it off and do all this. But I'm just here to tell you that if you don't feel comfortable, if you do not feel comfortable, if you're scared, if you can't handle it, get to the ER, because you don't know what your body's doing on the inside, and you know that's the only way you're gonna be able to find out.
Yeah. So, like I said, man, it's been 2 weeks and 2 days. I'm getting better. My lung game is not where it's supposed to be. It should be, but my lungs are getting better every day. At first, I had shortness of breath. Like I couldn't even do like an extended breath. I got a couple things here that I've been doing to kind of strengthen my lungs here. So this thing right here is a machine. Basically what this does is this tests how long you can take your breath. So it has these numbers right here, and I have a certain goal of where I'm supposed to be at every day. So I just put the mark here. I put this in my mouth, and I'll breathe as long as I can before I can't breathe anymore. It has a little dial right here that it shows like good, better, and best. So it tracks where you are, and then there's a number here.
It's called an incentive spirometer.
It's called an incentive spirometer. I got this at the hospital. They should be able to give you this for free to take home if you ever go to the ER, go to the hospital. Tell them you want an incentive spirometer to take home, and this right here will help strengthen your lungs. Again, this is something that they should be able to give you at the hospital. This is what we call a shutter valve, and you put this in your mouth, and basically what happens is you blow into it, and it basically is like a shutter. Like it vibrates your chest, vibrates your lungs, so it's breaking up anything that's in there that's maybe sitting on your lungs. Just kind of breaks that thing up. So again, as you blow into it, this thing vibrates and your chest vibrates. It's almost like a vibration, long vibration. So these are a couple things I've been doing. I'm still drinking water, hot water, lemon, and ginger, and a little bit of honey in there.
You drink like 5 cups of that a day.
I'm drinking like 5 cups of that a day because I heard the ginger is really good for your lungs. So she's been cutting up ginger and been putting it in hot water, lemon, and honey. That's helping me out. I'm drinking fluids like crazy. Anybody who has this, I would encourage you. Number one, get tested. Get tested. It's serious business. This is no joke. I didn't even think I could get it, but I did get it. It hit me. It kicked my you know what. It really did. Drink plenty of fluids. Like I said, some of the things I told you what I've drunk. Please drink as much fluid as you can. Your not to be nasty or anything, but your pee should be either clear, or if it's yellow at all, it should be a pale yellow. So either clear or pale yellow. And also take your vitamins, take medicine as needed, and if the symptoms get worse, go to the ER, please, because this thing is deadly. This thing's deadly, and I honestly, it was times where I didn't know if I was gonna make it, just because I didn't know what to expect. So
it was everything was like really rapid. Like everything that was coming on was just so
fast.
Like we just couldn't control it. So you know, it is a very serious virus, and you know, if you go out, just make sure you're protected. I mean, that's one thing we are really strict on now. And not to say like we really, you know, we honestly don't even really know how he got it, because when we were going out, we were wearing our masks. We weren't like all up in people's face. We weren't just, you know, but what I will say is we had a ton of packages delivered daily. So I'm thinking that maybe something came in from that. Honestly, we weren't disinfecting them. We just kind of didn't really think that it would, you know, be on a package. But I'm almost 80% sure that maybe where it came from, because we did get a lot of things delivered in the past few weeks. But yeah, and also do your research. It's so important to do your research, because hospitals can't tell you like, you know, oh, drink tea with ginger, and you know, just things like that that's gonna help boost your immune system. You just got to do your research. Like luckily we have a lot of people in our family that, you know, that like to research, and of course people in the medical field that deal with it. But we found a lady on YouTube. I think we saw like a Fox 4 clip or something like that, and it was this lady on YouTube, and she was just kind of showing different lung exercises you could do at home. And I'm gonna leave her channel in the description bar so you guys can check it out. We just found it to be very helpful. It gave him, you know, some, you know, relief in his, you know, coughing and stuff like that. So we did those things, and yeah, that was very helpful. So
but yeah, but I'm not even 100% back yet. I think the pneumonia is still there a little bit. I'm not where my breathing's not where it needs to be, but I'm getting better. My fever's gone, my chills are gone. I had a couple breakthroughs this week as far as like the fever leaving, the chills leaving, stuff like that. So I would say from a standpoint other than the pneumonia, I'm like symptom free. And thanks be to God, man. Like God is he's the one that's healed me from this. No doubt about it. It couldn't have been nobody but him. And again, all my people that pray for me and stuff like that, I really appreciate it. You know who you are. And I really appreciate your support and prayers and just helping me get through this, because this was probably one of the worst things that has ever happened to me, like ever in my life. This 2-week period it's been a horrible time for your boy, man. So we just wanted to drop this video to make you aware of it, and let you and please take this serious. And now that we've gotten through this, we can start getting back to doing what we do, which is, you know, filming these videos for y'all.
Yeah, we are back.
We're back, man. But it was a rough 2 weeks for your boy. I'm telling you, I was very humbled. Let's just put it that way. I was very humbled. And this corona was like, oh, you think life is good? Yeah, let me go ahead and break you down real quick. And that's exactly what it did, man. So
but we kept you up. You know what I'm saying?
My people kept me up. She definitely kept me up. We
kept you up, man.
This girl right here is a beast. She's a beast. She got me through this, man. Just being here with me, lifting me up, making sure I'm eating fresh, eating right. You know what I'm saying? No junk, no nothing. She made sure I took she was a monster. She was a monster with it. And so I definitely appreciate her. And other than that, man, we beat this thing. We're gonna continue to beat it until I'm back at 100%. And hey, it ain't gonna keep the kid down. But it kicked by, you know what? Bro, I was humbled. I was like, I didn't even know if I was gonna make it. I was already putting plans in place. My mom, I was about to tell my mom, look, I love you. Like, this literally humbled me. Like, this whole experience has humbled me for real. So, but I'm back, man. Thanks be to God.
Are you gonna end it?
Yeah.
Thank you guys for tuning into our channel. Thank you so much for your support. And we are back, baby. And we will see you guys in the next video.
Peace.